Alright, ladies and gents, my name is Civilian Tactics and welcome on back to another episode of Gates of Hell. So, I had a wee bit of a problem. I've already recorded this video, technically, but my game crashed and I wasn't able to save yet after the last recording. So I lost all the fucking stuff I did. The save file was fine, but the game crashed, so I lost everything I did in the game. So, I had to basically reload and do that. I mean, to be fair, I was in the middle of building an engineering group, like reinforcing an area, and I did kind of fuck up the engineering thing anyway. I put some stuff where I didn't like it, and as far as I know in the game, you can't break down engineering stuff after you've already built it, type of thing. But, either way, I don't really care. Because the way I'm kind of thinking of it is, it just gives me an excuse to play more of this game. That's literally what I'm thinking of, or that's the way I consider it. It gives me an excuse to play more of this game. Because as much as this game can annoy me, I genuinely love this game. So like, obviously in my spare time, I am doing a, conquest campaign on this game. Which, by the way, talking to conquest campaigns, I put up a voting thing for all you lads and lassies that is over on my channel at the very moment. It's got 2 responses so far, but if you guys want your voices heard, definitely head on over there. The voting stuff that I do on my channel, that's not just like for me to waste time with or anything like that. Obviously, as many of you would know, I don't really get engagement via comments because the people who watch me are all like 25 to 30 odd. So they're all working jobs. So what I do is I use the voting thing in the community bit for them to have their voices heard on what content they'd prefer or they would like for me to post. So yeah, definitely if you guys want your voices heard on like what content I actually put up, definitely head on over there. And like interact with the polls and such. I'm also going to be turning on the community thing. There's like a community posts thing I can switch on now. I don't know what the hell it does, but apparently it's a way for you guys to interact with me. It's like a way for you guys to kind of get discussions and such going with me. So, I mean, sure. Anything I can do to interact with you guys more, I'll fucking do it. Again, I don't know what the community thing's for. Aside from like creating a discussion with me. But yeah, aside from that, I've got no freaking clue. But I mean, I ain't complaining. I'll switch it on anyway and we'll see what happens. I mean, people won't probably use it. A lot of people really, if they want to kind of create a discussion with, or discuss something with me, they typically just end up doing it in the comments. But, yeah, I'll at least turn the thing on and it's there if anybody wants to use the thing. So I'll probably switch it on after, like, this re-recording. Oh, one of them's firing White Foss. Stop, I don't want you to burn all the fucking tree cover away. All that White Foss and the bloody pack guns no even been touched. You come over here and rearm these lads. Okay, these boys are up here now. But yeah, what I was trying to do with the engineers was I was building like tank traps and such to deter the Germans from launching another counterattack. Because for those who don't know, if you put, like, for example, say I was to put tank traps like here, right? The German tanks and vehicles now wouldn't obviously be able to pass the tank traps. So you can use those traps, those tank traps, to create funnels to funnel the Germans into kill zones. Basically, that's what I was trying to do, but I ended up putting like one line, I think it was here, of tank traps, and then I accidentally put the other line of tank traps away up here. So it was like one line of tank traps was way ahead of the other. So it was instead of creating an impassable wall of tank traps, all I ended up doing was just leaving a big bloody gap where vehicles could just drive straight through. So yeah, that's why like I wanted to reload, because I wasn't happy with the fact that like I left a huge gap in the freaking line. Oh. Ah, fuck you. That's the German mortar that's retaliating. You pull back, please. I don't want you getting smacked. Ow. Dick.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Now you guys wait there. Oh, they just automatically get back on it. Good. Pull those mortars back. Did you hit him? I mean, they got one of them. The other dude's still on his gun, but... Or still on the thing, but... You know. Oh, right, yeah. I need to remember these fucking two are here. In the failed video, what happened was I sent two Achilles tank destroyers up this road, because if you get to about like this barricade here roughly, the Achilles can snipe the anti-tank gun, or the artillery gun that's over there, without that 88 opening up. So I moved up to about here. I completely freaking forgot these two were over here. And they just opened up on the freaking tank. Thankfully, they couldn't shoot for shit. The fucking Panther and the anti-tank gun kept missing, but it was so funny. Because if I remember correctly, I'd even said, like, last video, I think it was the last video, or something like that, I even said, oh yeah, I'll need to remember they're there. And then I sent the bloody tanks up, completely forgetting they were there. So yeah, I might have been a bit of a dunderhead. Right. Because yeah, I'm trying to use my mortars more, because right now I can't push forward. Because if I do, one, that mortar will kill us, and two, that pack gun will kill us, and three, he'll kill us. That thing's not too bad though, the Panther. If I can get a couple of 17-pounders on this left, like flank over here, then what I can do, also that's a dead German there, you go and grab his rifle. If I get a couple of 17-pounders on this left flank, this left side, then if I can lure that Panther down here, the 17-pounders can shoot the shit out of it and destroy it. So it's not that big of a deal. I think the Germans are spawning something in because my game's laggy. Uh, grab that. And then grab as many of these as you possibly can. Nice. Okay, there we go. At least now the medic has a decent gun instead of just a handgun. Actually, I may do that with the other two medics as well. But I can get that done in a minute because I need to get these mortars back to pounding that German one. No, over here, you twat. Don't try and put your mortar in a fucking tree. I mean, I know the VC used to climb trees with sniper rifles, but I'm pretty sure you can't climb a freaking tree with a bloody... What's it called? Oh, he's not forward enough. Where the fuck? There he is. Why aren't you firing? Oh. Why aren't you firing? Maybe because the guy in the mortar's dead? Right. Fire on him then. Hey! Fuck you. I was wondering what that puff of smoke was that was right there. That was the bloody Panther taking a shot at my freaking mortars. Screw you. Bad Panther. Bad German, you're not allowed to shoot my mortars. The way it works is I'm allowed to shoot you guys aren't allowed to shoot me. Right, now you line up here. Where are you firing? The gun's on the left. Why are you firing all the way over to the right? You freaking twats. Jesus Christ, this bloody thing looks like one hell of a freaking battlefield. Well, I mean, if anybody needs firewood, we've blown down plenty of trees. If you need firewood at any point, we have plenty. Right, stop. Freaking stop firing a minute. You're all firing out of sync. You know, I see why nobody ever freaking uses mortars in this game. They're really shit. Actually, in saying that, we chased the Germans off the gun, so that's good. Right, No, you know what? You come to the truck. I'm not going to risk sacrificing the freaking ammunition truck just because you lot need shells. You want shells, you can come to the truck. Truck ain't coming to you. Nope. Press the wrong key. Now, if I entrench this gun, is the sandbags going to be low enough for the gun to shoot over it? I don't know. Because I know there are some guns in this game where the bloody sandbag end up blocking the freaking gun off. And obviously I don't want the sandbags to block off 17 pounder. Well, in saying that, first of all, can you shoot down the street? Yes, you can. Okay. I had an incident earlier where the 17 pounder was on like this side of the sandbags and the gun was pointing away up into the sky. It couldn't depress enough to aim down the street. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna I'm going to save. Save 2. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to save. And then I'm going to entrench this gun. I don't necessarily want to move the thing anyway. It's in a really damn good position. Now, can you still aim down that street? Yes. Okay, that's fine. Because the sandbags being there basically mean that the... What do you call it? If like a tank attacks the gun, they've got a higher chance of hitting the sandbags than they do hitting the gun itself. So, you stop resupplying and refill your own ammo. Where's the medic here? There he is. You come round here. You're going to loot this guy. For those curious how to get the gun to pick up, if you hold C for Charlie, it shows the weapons, and then just right click the weapon you want him to pick up, and he'll pick it up. Alright, my phone just restarted for some reason. But yeah, basically that's what you do. If you want one of your men to pick up like a specific gun. Now, medic, you come in here as well and you grab another rifle. Always do this, by the way. Always have your medics grab like a rifle, because your medics are only equipped with a revolver, with a 6-shot revolver, and it is fucking useless, essentially. Well, that is annoying. This one's only got 2 fucking magazines on them. Whatever. I should be able to refill the medic's ammo from the truck. Should be able to... I think I can give him more like Gur ammo by thinking in one of my trucks. Sending them to one of my trucks. Right, do that. And then if I check in here, you resupply for this gun, or... It does not look like it. I thought you could. Oh, wrong thing. Yeah, I might need... it may be the type of thing that I might have to, what do you call it? I might have to, like, get the... What am I trying to think of? It might be the type of thing that I might need to, like, try... Or I might need to steal, like, a German resupply wagon for that. Actually, this guy's got a Car 98 on him. Run back here and grab that instead. So, what I want you to do is... drop the rifle you're holding. And then search this guy. Yeah. This dude's got a thingy on him. A 98. There we go. Now my medic's got an actual, like, proper rifle instead of a freaking snub-nosed revolver. Right. How are we looking on this side? Could we push up if I wanted to? We indeed could. Okay. Question is, do I? Because see, the problem is, right? The artillery gun that is here, I explained this in the last video, but the artillery gun that is here, it actually covers points 3 and 4. So this artillery gun can actually fire on both, what do you call it, points. Actually, you know what? I might attack the right side. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do what I did last episode, which is I'm going to attack this right side, and I'm going to take over this position right here. which will gain me access to medium tanks. Because, or no, heavy tanks. Sorry, because that position on the right is how I get the Achilles, and that thing I need to take out the Panthers with. Well, I can take the Panthers out with like anti-tank rockets, obviously, but you can take out the Panthers much, much easier by using a fucking an Achilles main gun. Excellent. 2 shots right up the arse. Okay, he decided to move. It's another shot off it. Good. Armor car's down. Move the sniper up a little bit. Now, you guys will notice that I always have the sniper run separate from any of the teams he should be a part of. Because this sniper should actually be a part of this squad here, but like I said, I have them run separate. The reason for that is sometimes I like to move the sniper up separate to the rest of the squad so that he can kind of, you know, start to pick off Germans at a range. Instead of like having to wait until they're in range, the rest of the squad's in range. You focus on that guy. Is that machine gun gone? Which it is gone now. That's excellent. Because now I can start sending the infantry forward. Now that the machine gun's gone. Now, I explained this last episode, but I want to explain it again. Or explain this in the failed episode, and I want to explain it again. Hang on. Can I turn you down a wee bit? This. Don't want to go too low, but that's better. I explained this last episode, but I want to, or in the failed episode, but I want to explain it again. So, what do you call it? I've got it set up so that if I lose any positions, my men won't, or my stuff won't be affected, right? So if I take this position and then immediately lose it to the Germans, I don't lose the tanks that's assigned to the position, essentially. It's like I keep whatever I unlock, basically. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to immediately pull back. Because that artillery gun, if your men fire when they're on that point, that German artillery gun that I pointed out will actually engage your men and will slaughter them. So what I prefer to do is run up, touch the point, secure it, get the tanks, and run off. Basically out of the range of that gun. He can't fire from back here because I believe we're like, what, fucking 400. You can shoot 370 meters with that artillery cannon, but I believe we're well outside of 370 meters where those men are. Right, so with that, now I can start to call in the big boys. I can start to get the Achilles in here. Now, the reason why I try to play so conservatively, oh, you cheeky shits, they're trying to punch frickin' armor up on my right flank. Right, well, you boys are about to have a very, very bad day because you're going to run into 2 Achilles tanks very, very shortly. That little Panzer of yours ain't going to do very bloody much in the next couple of seconds.
We lost the strategic point.
That's fine. That's fine. The point that we lost was, what do you call it? The point that we lost was the tanks. Was the one that gets me the Achilles. But like I said, that's fine. I can sacrifice that point because I can, I've got the thing, the option ticked to keep the thingies, the units. Knock him out.
Our reinforcements are here.
You can go after him. You move. Never mind. He exploded a bit faster than I initially thought he would. Excellent, he's down. Well, that's not bad. I just got the Achilles and I already have fucking one destroyed. Who decided I should be in control of frickin', what do you call it? In control of an army? Whoever decided I should be in control of an army needs to be shot. Nah, it's just, as some would say, it's just one of those things. Like you're bound to frickin' lose some lads. I mean, did you really need to put a fucking high explosive shell into that guy's head? Did he... Did the fact that he was there really warrant a high explosive shell through the skull? Yeah, who am I kidding? It probably did. Right. Well... can I call in any vehicles for towing? Yes, the Universal Mark II. That'll do. Those wondering why I need a vehicle for towing, I want to put a 17-pounder on that far right flank, so that if the idiots try that again with an armoured vehicle, they'll run into the... what do you call it? They'll run into the anti-tank gun. But I need a vehicle to tow the bloody thing over there, because I'm not waiting on the guys to push it all the way over. I kind of want things to go faster. My god, 27 minutes already? Holy hell. Where did the time go? Wait, what? Can he not tow a 17-pounder gun? I'm not gonna lie, I did not know that there was restrictions to, like, towing and such. And that German's back on that frickin', or there's a German back on that mortar, so I'm gonna do that. What are you doing? Where are you firing? Hi! You dick. You're shooting at my bloody infantry. Is it better to get these guys to fire individually than in a group? What are you firing? One of you Egypts was firing bloody White Force a second ago. You shoot that. You also shoot it. Right. Oh. Okay, so the Universal Carrier cannot tow... fucking... What do you call it? Cannot tow 17-pounders. Gotcha. I'll keep that in mind.
reinforcements are here.
I know the ammo truck can though. I get him out here to resupply. Right, you connect that. Switch off your supply mode. And bring it out here. I want an ammo truck on that right side anyway. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. So, I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't know how it translates to the video. But on the icons for the universal carrier and the supply truck, you can see the supply truck has 3 dots and the UC, or the universal carrier, has 2 dots. I didn't realise that before. Oopsie. Yeah, the universal carrier can only carry, or can only tow like medium guns. It can't carry or can't tow heavy ones. Right, you back up behind the building. And then you 3 get back to firing on him. Now you've been resupplied. Well, I don't really know what to do with this frickin' carrier now. Yeah, I guess I'll keep it, just kind of keep it sitting by. It'll probably come in handy for some bloody thing. Right. You boys can actually roll up further. Brilliant. You got the gun in place. Now, you lads can come over here and set that gun up. You try and just scoot out the road. I don't mind my men pulling the guns when they're like that close to a position that I want them in. But yeah, I didn't want them pulling them all or pushing them all the way across the flipping map. It would have took bloody hours for them to get in a position. Right. Now, what I need is the guard AD engineers. Now I can start to establish a front line.
Our reinforcements are here.
Now the downside of that is I'm going to end up having to call in a lot of guards, or a lot of guard engineers, because you get 2 engineers per engineer squad. The problem is you don't get an engineering truck to resupply the engineers so they can build more stuff. So yeah, I'm going to need to call in a hell of a lot of engineering squads. I mean, it's no like deal. There's no big deal about it, but it's just that I don't know. It's kind of annoying. Because in one of my earlier videos, I did say I don't know what the engineering trucks are for. That's what they're for. That's what the supply ring around them's for. You send an engineer back to the engineering truck, and he resupplies his building materials from the truck.
Reinforcements have arrived.
It's basically an ammo truck for frickin' engineers. But the problem is, at least in this campaign, I don't know about the others, but at least in this one, you don't get engineering trucks. So if I click on vehicles, all I get is a supply truck and a fuel truck. And yes, before anybody asks, I have indeed tried resupplying my men at an ammo truck, the engineers at an ammo truck, it doesn't work. They resupply their ammo, but they don't resupply their actual, what do you call it? Fuel. Or, fuel. They don't resupply their building materials. So, right. So what I'm going to do is start to dig in the squads that are here. Because either way, even if I don't dig these squads in, I'd still have to call up like fresh squads anyway. So I'm going to dig in these squads that are here right now, and then just call up fresh ones to basically continue pushing forward with. Right. What I need to do is I want you to stop. Do that. You get your butt over there. Do that. You get your butt over there as well. And then we're going to basically start to build out a kind of defensive line or a front line. Good and good. Give me these two. Good here. There we go. We're going to start to entrench our position, or entrench our hold on this position. No. It sounded like there was a vehicle moving about there, but apparently no. I was just being stupid. Anywho. Right. Let's get this fucking defensive line built. We want tank traps, which will stop the Germans being able to push across like these grass areas. So if you put like tank traps like where I've put them, and then say like maybe tank traps on this kind of side, it'll stop the Germans from being able to push like through, like across the grass. So it'll force them to funnel onto the road to get through the tank traps, and when they funnel onto the road, it's like they're funneling into a kill zone essentially. And then you and your men can start fucking picking them off. Actually, pause. I should save, just in case I don't like any layouts and stuff. There we go. I should save because, yeah, if I don't like a layout, then I can't just, like, tear the thing down sort of thing. I have to, like, reload a save. It's a better idea to save just now, and then I can manually reload if something goes wrong. Now I also want to do K, which will break the squad apart so I can get these guys. Right. U. So engineering squads, British engineering squads come with 2 engineers that can build stuff. And then on top of that, they come with 2 anti-tank mine layers and 2 anti-personnel mine layers. Right. Yeah, these guys are working away. I need to try and think how to cut the road off here. Because if I go any more forward than this point, the artillery gun will be able to open fire on the engineers while they're working. I mean, I could do tank traps and barbed wire diagonally here, and then, like, do the barbed wire and tank traps, like, this way, and then, say around here, bring it that way, basically. In fact, yeah, I may actually do that. So, get these 2 out here first. Right, he's finished with the barbed wire. That's brilliant. The other lad's still building tank traps. That's no biggie. Right, so what I'm talking about defense-wise is, like, say I grab the barbed wire and do like something like this. And then maybe about there. Actually, hang on. Yeah, about here. Kind of turn it so it's going in a straight line from here right across. In fact, you get up this end, you can start building across. Well, I can't block that road off because the path there off because I need that for my vehicles, but you guys get the point. So, like, do this. Do it like so. And then it's basically a thing of putting another set of barbed wire on the other side and just continuing a straight line. And then put tank traps behind it so that the tanks can't just plow through the barbed wire. Or at the very least, they'll plow through the barbed wire, but they'll get stuck on the tank traps. Right. Grab these. And place these like that. And then we'll basically place them going the other direction when they're done. Let's see, how do I want to handle this direction? See, in this direction, it's a bit more of a pain because you've got the forest area. I might just have to blow down some of the forest, which engineers can do because they have explosive charges. So I can just blow down some of the forest to pretty much create a defensive line in the forest. But that's maybe what I'll have to do is I'll probably have to blow down some of the trees, get them out of the way, and then what do you call it? Proceed to dig entrenchments behind them, or proceed to dig entrenchments where the trees were. Right. I can also just go fast motion to set the game into fast forward essentially because the Germans aren't making any more pushes, it seems, so. Right. Do that, which basically blocks off the whole field all the way up to the edge of the map. Right, he's finished with his tank traps. So I can grab these, start to set them up like so. Okay, so I can't put one there obviously because of the shed, but that's not bad. That's not a bad thing. Okay, he's still building that stuff. He's got 2 more? Or 1 more now. Okay. See, the downside is you can't put, what do you call it? You can't build, like bunkers and such because I don't have heavy engineers. I need the heavy engineers to do that. These guys are kind of like light engineers, or what do you call it? Like field engineers. They're not the heavy lads. I get these 2 over this side. Back to slow motion or medium motion for a minute. Do that. And then you construct the rest of them. You get out of the way. Okay, so we're pretty much fortifying this area. Pretty damn heavily, I should say. Right. Grab this. Right, tank grenade. Okay. Right, so we grabbed that wee launcher. That'll come in handy. But yeah, unfortunately I can't build defences too far forward because if I do build defences or build a front line too far forward, the fucking Germans' defensive line will be able to open up on it. Which is a pain in the butt, but no big deal. Yeah, basically what I want to do is build up this defensive line so that should the Germans counterattack, they'll run into a defensive line essentially, rather than just being able to run right over my men. Also, if you guys want to resupply the medical stuff for the medics to be able to get guys up, go into the double gears, or no, the emplacement options and medical rally point. That resupplies your medics with medical items. That's the medic, so you can come over here. He can't help build, but you can at least keep him in the back. Now, what I want is all of you boys back in a squad. For now. There we go, these lads are... Why did you build that direction, you twit? Okay, some of you idiots didn't build your frickin' things in the correct direction. I specifically clicked for you to build facing forward, not left and right, but whatever. Right, so that's that squad entrenched. Now we need to get this squad entrenched. What I might do is, can you build a big foxhole? No. You don't have enough supplies. Can you build it? No. You can dig one. Put a large one here. Actually, no, you know what? Cancel that. Cancel that. I'll just get them to build... What do you call it? Individual foxholes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Okay. Well, that's awkward. I can only fit 5 here. I could put more here, but the fence will be in the way. Actually, what I can do... You remaining 5 can just spread out at the fence line. That's what I'll do. I'll just spread these dudes out, like, kind of across the... What do you call it? Across the fence. Because they'll still be in cover then. It's just I don't want them all in the one area, because if they're all in the one area and then, say like a high explosive shell hits the large foxhole, it's just going to blow the whole freaking squad to hell. At least this way they've got a bit more of a chance. Right. That looks good, honestly, for a defensive position. We've got these guys entrenched. We've got an anti-tank cannon aiming down the road. We've got these boys entrenched over this side. That looks fucking good. There we go. Well, I mean, usually some people say when you're doing YouTube, you have to kind of keep the what do you call it? You have to keep the episodes kind of fresh in a way. So it's like, don't do the same thing again and again and again, because obviously people will grow bored of it. So, I mean, this was pretty fresh. You know, having like, what do you call it? Kind of having it where we're entrenching rather than just pushing forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. we go. I'll get that lot or that squad entrenched. This side I can't entrench just yet until I get rid of that artillery gun. So give me another Achilles out. God damn, 50 minutes. Holy hell. Right, well that's probably where I'm going to end this video because I don't want to go kind of like too over the top with it. Okay, some of those fucking foxholes are a little bit angled, but doesn't really make much of a difference. They're facing the general direction I want them to defend. The main reason as to why I wasn't happy with the two over here is the actual cover piece is facing the wrong fucking direction. So if they get shot from, like if they get shot from this direction, the cover's over on the fucking left. So they've got nothing covering them for the side. That's why I wasn't happy with those, but with these ones it's like they're kind of very slightly angled. But even if they get shot for the front, they've still got a bit of cover. So, not too bothered about that. Where'd that tank go? There he is. You got up here, fine man. Or fine fellow. So, next episode, we will be pretty much trying to push the Germans. We'll try and push for points 3 and 4. Try and seize them as quick as possible. And then on points 3 and 4, what will happen is we'll pretty much do what we did here. I'll call up more engineers. We will pretty much reinforce points 3 and 4. Dig in as best we can. And then, yeah, we'll just kind of do that from now on. So that if the Germans do counterattack, they won't just be able to slaughter the men. They'll run into, like, proper defences and such. You can actually push up a wee bit more. You are going to stay exactly where you are, so get some sandbags dug in. He's coming up. Good. Okay, so yeah. That's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can stay up to date when I post. Don't forget to let me know in the comments what you liked and didn't like about the video. Actually, to get a bit of engagement going in the comments, here's a question for you guys. For those of you who watched right to the end. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see more of this, of me actually entrenching the men. If people don't want to see more, I can do the entrenchments off camera, like between episodes. But if people do want to see more, I can absolutely do more on camera of me, like, you know, digging my men in and actually entrenching our positions. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. And until next time, stay safe and much love.